All right, this is going to cover, we're going to finish up the 6.5. The last video, we pretty much, I gave you an intro into how to start this mess, and we're going to finish it up. Again, you do not have to have found these 4 segment lengths, as the book didn't find them. We probably could, but it didn't ask to find them. I will show you this one right here, just because it's actually pretty easy. And it talks about a concept we discussed yesterday. So where do we begin? We fill all this in. Well, what I know is this over here I don't know. Again, if you don't know something, you don't know where to begin because it's a lot of stuff, just start somewhere. Start somewhere. I know this is 33.7 because these are vertical angles. So don't just know why something, don't just say, okay, well it's 33.7. Know why it's 33.7. Why is it 33.7? These are vertical angles. If these are equal, think about what 33.7 plus, so 33.7 plus x is equal to 180. That would be some more doodles you might have to do down here. If you know that, then you should have been able to found, and I challenge you to pause the video, go ahead and pause it and find out what x is. And x should be 146.3. So if this is 146, what's this one? Same reason these are congruent, so 146.3. That takes care of that. This angle up here, I didn't label it earlier, but hey, I know it corresponds to this angle, which I should have labeled this one, 127, 127. All right. This angle inside the triangle here would be 53 degrees because it's vertical to this one, right? This angle inside the triangle is 90 degrees, as well as this is 90, this is 90, this over here is 90, 90, 90. I'm just labeling what I know. And okay, so I have all these. Now I come in, now I got to find this one right here. How do I determine what that one is, or what this one is? If I know this angle here, guess what? I know this angle inside this triangle. If I know this angle here, I know this angle over here in this triangle. Why? Because they're vertical angles. Same reason over here. So any triangle, the angles add up to be 180 degrees. So again, some more doodles. All right? So 33.7 plus 53 plus x equals 180. Find out the measure of that angle. Pause it. I dare you. Pause it and find it out. It's simple. You're going to have to do this, right? And you should have gotten 93.3. 93.3. So there we go. Well, look at the obvious here. If this is 93.3, this is 93, this is 53, this is 53, what does this angle have to be right here? It has to be 33.7. And these are alternate interior. Imagine Q is not there. All right? You have 2 parallel lines, and you have a transversal alternate interior angles, 33.7. There's multiple ways to look at this. I also know that all 3 of these angles add up to 180, so I could use that method, but that would involve doing work. If I look at it from an alternate interior angle standpoint, they're congruent, I don't have to. Right? Same thing here. These are alternate interior angles. These 2 lines are parallel. So gee, 33.7, 90 degrees. What does this have to be? Okay, if this is 90 and this is 33.7, now you got to do a little math here because this angle is split over here, right? So take a second and figure that out. Do some doodles. We don't need this one anymore. Do some doodles to figure out what that is. If this is 33.7, this is 33.7. Again, alternate interior angles right there. Alternate interior, vertical, corresponding right here. They're all over the place. Those 5 things that we talked about, which basically is a basic 3. It's corresponding, it's alternate interior, and alternate exterior, alternate interior. We didn't talk about alternate exterior. We talked about same side interior. These 3 right here are huge in this diagram, and I guarantee you they're going to be huge in a couple more diagrams that we're going to see as well. So if you figured this out, you pause and figure that out, okay? come back, 33.7, 33.7. I'm stalling a little bit. These are corresponding because I want you to figure out what the measure of this angle is right here. Okay, vertical right here, 33.7. I mean, how many problems have I really done? 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 simple subtraction problems, 5, 6 really, because this was Pythagorean theorem here. And I've known all this stuff. Okay? And then the other one I wanted to talk about was this one right here. All right? Oh, by the way, I'll go back if you haven't found 56.3. That's the measure of that angle. So this down here is 56.3 because they're vertical. All right? And that pretty much takes care of everything. This one here, this segment, I know you didn't have to find it, but we don't have to do any work to find it. Go back to the theory of, hey, parallel lines and transversals. If this segment was 12 and this segment was 15, and I come up here, I don't know this one, and I know this one. Well, I could find this right here. I could find this, which is one of the ones you had to do. 12 over 15, so 12 over 15, should have been equal to, notice I went 12, I went right to left, so I go right to left again, should be equal to x over 10. You should be able to find out what the length of this segment is. Well, if we keep with that theory, all right, and I want to find this segment right here, I'm going to go with 12 to 21.6 because I have to find something along this transversal. I have to compare this line and this line. So 12 and 21.6 is equivalent to 12 and what? They have to be the same. So what is this segment? 21.6. I didn't have to do any work. Okay? You kind of just had to set it up. So just finding something that we didn't need, but you should be able to find that one. All right? Pause a second, I'll come back and tell you what the answer is. Figure it out. Find it. You should have gotten 8. That's the answer. Okay? So short video today. Ask questions. Think, ask questions.